Kings coach Dave Yeager started out coaching.
Thanks, David, and it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. He should have a fan favorite here tonight. Two fast break teams, lots of highlight reel plays. Doris, what can either side do to try and slow down the other?
Well, both teams love to take turnovers and turn them into highlight reel dunks. So one, you've got to take high quality shots, take care of the basketball, make sure you're getting good shots every trip, Kev.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings. Inside, it's Zebo and Cauley Stein. Buddy Hield is out there with Fox. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. Clock at 4. Here's Fox. And it comes off the front of the rim. Kings on D, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Oh, there's no question, Greg. I thought their defensive intensity was lacking from the outset. It looked like they were just hoping the other team would miss.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now, here's Fox. Burke covering. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hield. Back to Bogdanovich. Clock is at 3.
Right.
And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Cauley Stein, a screen. Hield from outside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Kings struggled last season, Greg. They did so because they just couldn't get stops in the defensive end.
And defense, something that this team will struggle with at times. A lot of it is they don't protect the rim or close out, particularly on that 3-point shot. And so much of defense just boils down to challenging shooters whenever you can. It's about giving more effort on that side of the ball.
And it's Smith penetrating. Beasley outside. Pass to Porzingis. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's the Kings with the ball, trailing by 4. Poke loose. Porzingis against Randolph. Now, here's Fox. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
With 1 second left, and there's the nice layup by Cauley Stein.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis over Randolph. Porzingis can't hit.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And Randolph with the basket on the assist by Fox. And it's all knotted up.
He might not elevate like some of the other guys on the court, but as we've learned, Randolph knows how to get the ball in the basket.
Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
Hield kicks to Fox. Beasley comes with the double team. Cauley Stein dishes to Bogdanovich. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. It's Beasley on the wing.
Oh, yes.
Sacramento grabs the miss.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Talk about what makes him, Greg, so intriguing.
Well, the Wooden Award winner in his senior season, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four, and how about leading the nation in three-pointers made? I think that can translate to the NBA level and could make him a difference maker.
There he is, showing off his low post skills. Go to work, young man.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
A different look for New York. Gortat's checked in for Cantor. Markieff Morris comes in for Porzingis. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Burke. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. This year comes in for Zach Randolph. Carter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Heel.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Smith the pass to Gortat. And Labissiere sends it back. Smith for three. New York working now with the fresh shot clock. And that one's good by Gortat.
Now, we know he's in the upper echelon of offensive rebounders. Gortat always working on the interior.
Now, here's Fox. Defense right on him. Here's Kufis. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Smith kicks to Beasley. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Temple dishes to Carter. The pass to Fox. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. 6 to shoot. Low block shot on the way. Misses off the right iron. The Knicks lead by 4. Beasley with a clean look. And it's Fox with the rebound. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. High arcing shot and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Marcin Gortat.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? Capable, sounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Mudiay kicks to Teletovic. Good if it goes. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. A good close contest so far. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. The Kings trailing.
You know, the Knicks last season, obviously, they underachieved on the court, and it seemed to me it was the distractions off the court that people will remember perhaps more than the losing. A lot of infighting, some incidents that the team just want to move away from.
Markieff Morris is out there with Gortat. Then there's Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Smith in at the 2 guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
Mudiay with the basket. Boys, one of the bigger stories last season, as you mentioned, was the melodrama that was going on between Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks front office.
You know, Kev, I thought it was a toxic environment that made it difficult for the entire team to function. Really a relief for Melo to see himself in a new situation. Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. How clean. Look at the basket.
It's up a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Fox passes to Temple. They set the screen. Now, here's Fox, defended by Mudiay. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Greg, you asked a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at 1 speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And Temple kicks to Carter. Labissiere with the screen for Carter. They get it back. Kufas. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Here's Temple, defended by Moutier. Shot clock at 6. Carter outside. Over to Ledovich. And it's Carter again missing.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
That's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Ledovich misses. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Fox gets it to go.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Of course, we talk about speed and quickness being a difference maker on offense, which players really use those attributes to knock down players defensively.
I think it's hard not to look at Marcus Smart and Jay Crowder. The kind of physical attributes, meaning speed, toughness, length, but they also have the mindset necessary to look opposite some of the best players in the league and say, not on my watch. I'm going to get down in my stance and I'm going to prohibit you from getting to your strengths. It's really maybe underappreciated by everyone except coaches and fans of the game.
True, and you and I were just talking about Tony Allen.
That's a great point. I mean, Tony Allen has made his career specifically on the defensive end because, as you know, he's an opportunistic cutter, and if you leave him open, he can make an uncontested mid-range. But the reality is Tony Allen is in the NBA because he is a great defensive player.
Count the basket. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings.
Boy, that's how to do it. Just go strong. Don't settle for a jump shot when the defense is flat-footed. Nice.
A 3 from Porzingis. Can't hit that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Bogdanovich against Ledovich. And stolen by Burke. Fires from deep. And Ledovich with the 3. Ledovich has got 5 points so far.
Well, here's the modern-day prototypical stretch big, right? Ledovich showing great range for his size.
Fox dishes to Cauley Stein. He kicks it to Fox. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Fox has got 8 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. For Sacramento, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. He doesn't hit that one. New York trailing. Fires from the line. That one falls, coming off Burke's speed. Burke's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him.
To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cauley Stein's got his 3rd basket of the night.
What a difference in the second quarter. His shooting, much more confidence, much more accuracy.
And so New York, they come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Gortat's checked in for Chandler. Beasley comes in for Mirza Ledovich. And Smith subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Picked by Randolph. Here's Fox. Gortat with the rebound. The Knicks with the lead. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Gortat. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, nice play there. Kristaps making his presence felt on the interior.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Oh boy, that's 2 on him now. And if he gets a 3rd foul before halftime, his playing time is going to have to be limited for a bit.
Knocks it loose.
Great D there, just quick hands on that one.
Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Hield kicks to Fox. Pass to Randolph. Porzingis with the block. Beasley. The shot will not fall. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Knicks lead by 3.
Going into the second half.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I thought that turning point was when...
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half...
Just go shoot. Okay.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a... On the court right now for the Kings. Inside, it's Zebo and Cauley Stein. Fox is out there with Buddy Hield, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. They get a hand on it. Hield, the pass to Randall. Lock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
Puts one up from 19. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's the screen. Cauley Stein kicks to Fox. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And you know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Porzingis can't hit. The Kings trailing. Fox kicks to Hield. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Porzingis has got 13.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Kick by Randolph. Fox kicks to Randolph. Here's Cauley Stein. Porzingis with the block. A pass to Porzingis. And an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with a nice finish.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Fox kicks to Randall. No good on that one. Nice D from Porzingis. To the middle. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Cantor banked in off the glass. And it's a 7-point New York lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And watching Porzingis play, you know, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. You know, not only but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks, but if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. Bissiere comes in for Zach Randolph. Carter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Fox. Bissiere dishes to Temple. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Well, he has the frame and the aggressiveness to take on contact. Morris finishing the play and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Bissiere, the screen. There's a good screen. Stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Panthers got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Poked away. Beasley against Carter. Over Beasley. Here's Kufis. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Kufis has got 6 points.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them. Plain and simple.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Of course, you've talked a bit about leadership, both on and off the floor. What are some of the traits, in your opinion, that make someone a person who would want to follow and the characteristics of a leader?
You know, I'd say someone who prioritizes winning, even at the expense of their own success. That would be the first thing. And then someone who's ultra competitive. Somebody who's available on a night-by-night basis. Somebody who doesn't let a little nick or a bruise impact their availability on a particular night. So unselfishness, competitiveness, and availability are 3 attributes that I love.
And leaders can be followers from time to time, too, don't you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. You have to be willing to be a part of a group, and sometimes that means ceding your leadership position.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
You know, it seems a little to me like the mystique of this building that the Knicks call home can be overwhelming at times, right? So many great games played here, perhaps the most iconic floor in all the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Gortat's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Mirza Teletovic subbed in for Michael Beasley. The Kings trail by 6. Temple, the pass to Hield. Carter outside. Fires from deep. No good. Shot missing. The Knicks go the other way. And with this mecca of basketball, there certainly have been more than a few incredible moments that played out in front of these fans. Doris, growing up a Knicks fan as you have, what great moments stick out to you most in this terrific building?
Well, there's so many to choose from, whether it was Allen Houston's floater in the lane, Willis Reed coming out of the tunnel to play in Game 7, or, of course, Patrick Ewing leading the Knicks to the NBA Finals in 1994.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Bogdanovich, who's checked in for Vince Carter. Sacramento shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make. They're
fortunate to be in front, given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
They get it again.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
3-pointer, Teletovic. Sacramento grabs the miss. Kufis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined. But what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
And stolen by Kufis. For Sacramento, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
Only shooting 71 really on the the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
And he makes both free throws.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Another one for Porzingis. And we don't know yet what his ceiling is as a scorer. But we do know he's lighting it up right now.
And no good. Trying to use the glass. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's the Knicks leading by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
You got to help the man guarding the basketball.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Knicks leading by 3. They've got Gortat. Mirza Teletovic out there with Porzingis. Then there's Burke, and it's Smith in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Fox. Burke covering. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. A floater. Fox, no good. The Knicks shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Smith. And the shot falls short this time. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Fox. The feed to Cauley-Stein. Fox, a screen on Gortat. Cauley-Stein dishes to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Randall kicks it to Fox. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Cauley-Stein. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Sacramento.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat. A different look for New York. Enes Kanter comes in for Gortat. And it's Beasley in for Mirza Teletovic. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Fox kicks to Hield. They set the screen. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Kanter. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. That's 7 points for Buddy Hield. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Bogdanovich wide open. And it's off from three-point range.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Pass to Fox. He dishes it to Randolph. Over with the basket on the assist by Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight. Porzingis with a screen on Fox. Off the screen. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Porzingis.
You know, Kev, you got to love the aggression from the young Porzingis coming off that screen.
Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. On the wing, Hield. Feet away, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. That one drops for him. And the Kings lead by 3.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
Here's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen in on Jeff Hornacek's huddle with his players. He told him this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. That's good from Cantor.
Well, Ennis Cantor continues to prove his worth, guys. An outstanding player on the offensive end.
And stolen by Burke. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is he had no hesitation. What was a huge basket for them.
Randolph sets a screen for Heel. The 11-footer, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Knicks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Burke. He started closely. Out to Porzingis. Lets the 3 fly. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. The Kings leading. Porzingis with the steal. Smith outside to take the lead. And Porzingis gets the 3. Porzingis has got 15 points here in the second half.
Well, this is a clear case in point of where the comparison to Dirk Nowitzki is so apropos. Not many 7-footers with that kind of range.
Field dishes to Randolph. Takes the 13-footer, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Smith kicks to Cantor. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Wow, the maturation of Ennis Cantor. So fun to watch. The comfortability in a big-time moment. Love it.
Bogdanovich sets the pick for Fox. Cauley-Stein with the screen on Porzingis. The shot's good from Randolph.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2.
And Smith needs to continue to work on improving his shot from the free throw line.
Sacramento making a switch here. Rufus is checked in. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
The game is tight. You can't overlook how important those free throws can be.
The Kings have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Outside Randolph. And that's out of bounds. Possession. Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 3. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
To the inside, Randolph. Tries again. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. Now Burke. Porzingis sets the pick for Burke. And he could not get that one to go. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and KP, he's not shy about creating some contact there. He might have a slender frame, but he is not afraid.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're down by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. So it's Sacramento. Here's Randolph. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
Yes!
Oh, no.
That shot brings them to within just one.
Fox must continue to work on that shot. When he's knocking it down from there, boy, he is in trouble.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Kevin, this is the rare 7-footer who excels at the free throw line. Porzingis is not the guy you want to foul. No, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical three-point cushion. What poise.
Here's Bogdanovich. Bullseye!
Oh, no, remis.
Enormous three-pointer. New York calls timeout. For the win. Oh, no good there. The potential.
No, I want. Remis, bro.